And here, with the cover removed, normally you have this capacitor. So you have this clip here, next up, and you also have the relay of the compressor. So basically this is what they call the compressor electrics. The only missing bit is the supply for the compressor in here to run that. But today we'll be focusing on the testing of the compressor itself. So normally we have like 3 windings there. So let's say we have that and that. Put it on ohmmeter. Yeah, so first we are going to measure from 1, 2, 3 readings. So maybe you can measure from here to there. So that's 3.9. I'll probably do that upside down here. So 3.9. And from here to there, 13.5 ohms. Here, across the 2 terminals, 17 ohms. So this is 17. So now, if you try to add this and that, so you have 13.5 plus 3.9, and that's 14, 6, 7, so 17.4. Okay, so pretty much after this you will see you have 2 readings. So the terminal with the highest resistance, which is this one here on this spot, would be what we call our start, and the opposite that would be the run terminal, and in between the run and start, which is the 17, which is the total of this is 17, which is what they call common. So this one is fairly basic to test the compressor. So you might wonder, I have 17, 17.4, so a bit of a difference or something to do with maybe with a bit of a glitches on the readings, but roughly 0.4 is not too far. So aside from the testing the resistance of the compressor, the technician should also check if among the 3 readings, if there is a reading between the earth. So let's do that. So one probe in here, short the first 0.2 ohms, one earth here, this one here. Yeah, that's all good. That's good. Good. So that means to say you don't have short readings on the compressor. Yeah, that means there's no short in the compressor. So that's pretty much to how to check the compressor terminals are at, 220 volts. Capacitor, so this is a start cap, and the current relay. Sometimes what happens is if you test them, sometimes what the technician does is they do some short here. Sometimes you can see a sparklets of this. See some spark on this one. Capacitor is already been discharged, so now it's safe to remove them. So don't really touch this. Okay, so remove that. We'll just quickly wrap this up. This video showing the compressor testing. Alright, so this is an 80 microfarad cap. Using our meter, we'll put it on the diode here with capability to test the capacitor. Put it there. Put one terminal here. So 72.9 microfarad is the capacitance of the capacitor. So how many is the tolerance of this? 10%, so 0.8. So 73 is 0.8, so the capacitor is still roughly okay. Alright guys, now here's the part 2 of my next coming video. So a while ago we identified the resistance reading of this capacitor using these 3 terminals here. See? So from here, this is the run, common, and the start. Okay? So that's all done. We've checked that using the ohms meter resistance with the ohm meter. We also checked the capacitor. This one is okay. So now the question is, how are we supposed to test really the capacitor, or the operation of the compressor, I should say, whether it's still running or not? Okay, I'll show you how I do it. Here is my little compressor tester device. So here what we have is a 240 volts plug from here, so powers this control box that they have, and I have the main switch, the common, so I have a connector of common, run, and start. Okay, compressor testing using my compressor tester box. There you go, there she is. See, you have the power cord, the main switch, put some label there, yeah, just label that. So you also have some switches, common, run, and start. See the difference of the switch, and you will see later on how this thing works. So after this, I also have 3 terminals, or actually 4 from earth. So you have 3 terminals as well: the common, the start, and the run. Okay, and here I also have a secondary switch, which is capacitor and direct. That means to say, if I want to start the compressor using a similar situation with a start cap, I could actually switch it over to cap, so the circuit inside will actually engage the starting capacitor, which is also roughly about 80 microfarad as a start cap, similar to that setup. And if I do it correct, direct connection, so it bypasses the capacitor, so I only have a winding between start to run without any start cap. Okay, so now I have connected the compressor tester box in a power source, 240 volts in our case here. So now it's live. I have connected my compressor terminals there, and common, start, and run windings in here. So that's common, so that's run, and there, this is using a start, and then the earth connected as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this cloth here on the discharge line because it might squirt some oil. Okay, so now I'm going to show you to activate the box. So you have AC 240 volts voltage incoming, so it's ready here, and in here we're going to actually activate the compressor using a cap setup. Okay, so not direct, it's cap. Now while the connection is ready, I'm going to switch the common run, then start. See, 22 amps. So here the compressor is running roughly about 4 amperes. See the reading there? There you go. So if I turn it off, it kills the whole compressor. Okay, turn it off again. Show that again to you. Okay, so again we put it on cap. I could also put it in direct, but we'll put it in cap. We'll do the direct mode a while ago. Okay, off here, off, common off, run off, start is just a switch. Turn it on again. So voltage, see, our amperage is like 0.1, 0, common power on. Compressor is not running yet. Run. There you could have it running already because you're energizing the running, but you need to start this. Click just for a few seconds. See you go. Compressor is running. So that's how pretty much I tested the compressor, whether it's still running or not. So I could see the voltage and the ammeter of the compressor. Okay? I could turn it off here as well to cut the power. That over the main. So it's once you turn it off, even though there's a power here, the supply is still there. So be careful with that. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it off and show you what happened with the direct. Alright, push it on direct and off, and turn on the main switch again. I'll probably label this main. And I'll probably put it there. We'll name it dust box. Here you go. I hope you could see that. Turn it on again. So now we'll try the direct connection here and there. Turn on, off there, on, power on there, 0 amps. Turn on the common switch, so it's not running yet. Turn on the running switch. It's compressor. You could actually hear the compressor running, humming. So the amperage there, start. See, same thing. So either direct or capacitor, roughly the amperage is the same. So yeah, I just turn it off. Here's the suction here. Suction line, the discharge line here. Yeah, luckily it's not squirting oil.